Welcome back to Montana This Morning, where it's time for ag and weather together. And today, a treat I've been looking forward to for some time now. One of the most trusted faces around the Billings area for many years. Gus Koernig is on Skype with us from Mesa, Arizona today. Good morning. How are things going for you, Gus?
Good, Ed. Great to be back on the air with you again.
Absolutely. It's a real treat for me. And well, first of all, let's talk a little about what's been going on in Gus Koernig's life since the last time a lot of viewers saw you.
Oh, my goodness. Well, I moved to Arizona in the end of 2005, lived in Phoenix for a couple of years, and then moved over to Mesa and have done a number of things. I feel kind of like Michael Corleone in The Godfather Part 3. You know, I thought I was out of news, and they pull you back in. I'm working as a news writer for iHeartMedia.
Well, not only a writer of hard news, but also a writer of novels. Let's talk about your latest project.
There he is, Redemption of Lonnie Tate. A friend whom I only met, less than 4 years ago, sent me about 24 pages of something that he'd written, and I emailed him back and I said, wow, this is great. You're looking for an editor? And he said, editor, co-author, whatever, come on in. Well, over 3.5 years, we put our heads together and we wrote The Redemption of Lonnie Tate. When we meet Lonnie, he is an 18-year-old kid who's going into the Marines because he got really dumb one night and stole a police car. And the judge gave him the choice. He could join the service or he could join or go to jail. So Lonnie goes to Vietnam. He gets pulled into the CIA. And then we don't see him for about 40 years. And when we meet him again, he's in his mid-60s. And he's pulled back into the warfare that he thought he was done with. Turns out war was the one thing he was really good at.
Well, and it's a great novel, and of course the really interesting part is, of course, when we meet him again 40 years ago. Are we living a little vicariously through Lonnie Tate here, Gus?
I have to tell you, it's very cathartic at the end of a really bad day to come home, sit down at the keyboard, and have Lonnie beat up some bad guys. All of that frustration for the day goes away. One thing that I should point out, and you're aware of this, there is a very important character in the book who is from Montana, southeast Montana, as a matter of fact, from Broadus. And that's all I'm going to say because I want to pique your viewers' interest so that they'll buy my book.
All right, well, let's show the book now, and if everybody wants to take a look and maybe get a copy of this, The Redemption of Lonnie Tate, and Gus Koernig, of course, one of the co-writers. There's the addresses where you can get it. It's also available Amazon.com if you want to check it out there. Very reasonably priced, and I also have to point out this says Book 1, so I assume Book 2 is on the way?
Yeah, we hope to have that done late this year. It's a trilogy. Book 2 we're going to subtitle Backstory, and Book 3 is going to be Endgame. It looks like Lonnie and his group have vanquished the bad guys, and they've vanquished most of them. Some bad guys are going to resurface in Book 2.
All right. Well, one of the good guys is Gus Koernig, so thanks for joining us today from Mesa, Arizona.
Thank you, Ed.
All right, let's find out what's happening with business news.